Francis Ngannou expressed his candid opinion regarding Jake Paul, asserting that he believes Paul will be defeated by the legendary Mike Tyson in what could be considered the most surprising boxing match of the decade. Paul's upcoming challenge is against the former heavyweight champion Tyson, who has not participated in a professional bout for nearly 2 decades. Clash of Generations will take place on November 15th in Arlington, Texas, with the event being streamed to millions on Netflix. At 27 years old, Paul is viewed as a significant favorite over Tyson, leading many critics to label the matchup as a mismatch and suggesting that the fight should be called off for Tyson's well-being, especially after the 58-year-old experienced an ulcer flare-up that postponed his initial July 20th bout against Paul. Nevertheless, Tyson has supporters, including former UFC heavyweight champion and 2-time boxing headliner Francis Ngannou, who confidently predicts that his former trainer will achieve an upset victory over Paul.
When you said that you think Mike Tyson's gonna beat my ass.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, Mike Tyson's knocking him out.
Either way, I think Mike Tyson will beat you up.
I've seen him improve so much over the last couple years, and it's more heart than it is.
We're talking about Mike.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm talking about Jake.
Yeah, we're talking about Mike, bro.
Yeah, but
Mike is something else. It's a specimen. I will move from this side to this side without you knowing.
So what do I have to watch out for? So what do I have to watch out for?
Everything.
That's good. Francis Ngannou says I'm getting knocked the fuck out.
I mean, knowing Mike, I just believe that Mike will beat him. It's not like betting against him. It's just like this. I'm like, bro, let's be real.
In another development, William Zepeda's trainer, Jay Najjar, expressed his surprise that WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson opted to fight number 13 Joe Cordina on October 12th instead of facing Zepeda in November. Najjar mentioned that they were not informed of Stevenson's change of plans regarding a bout with the unbeaten number 1 ranked 135-pound contender Zepeda, who boasts a record of 31-0 with 27 KOs. Instead, Stevenson chose to compete against the 32-year-old former IBF super featherweight champion Cordina on the undercard of the Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol event, Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
What's the true situation?
We don't want no tune-up. William just had his baby. William's baby was just born yesterday, so we knew that was coming. So that's why we asked for November, and just like we're fighting in November, it's not about a tune-up fight. It's not about nothing. At the end of the day, we just didn't even know why. All of a sudden he was fighting a different fighter, which he has, he can do so. He's the champ. That's what he chose. But yeah, we were willing to fight in November.
So as far as you're concerned, you were available.
In another edition of Oscar de la Hoya's Clapback Thursdays, he tells everybody that he's attending the UFC Sphere event over the Canelo versus Berlanga fight, and he can't wait to meet Dana White face-to-face.
Hey again, it's your favorite time of the week again. It's time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursdays. The boxing news is still slow this week, but as always, I got creative because I realized it's the best part of your boring week. So let's go! Okay, so we're a week away from the boxing match that nobody asked for, right? And the UFC event that everybody will be watching. Canelo's fighting Berlanga, another snooze fest. They're trying to sell a pay-per-view for $90 and $500 minimum in person. It's just robbery at this point to pay for another lame Canelo fight that always goes the distance against a subpar opponent. I'll actually be attending the UFC event at the Sphere instead. So now, I love the sport of boxing more than anything, and I will be watching boxing matches anywhere and anytime, even if it's a simple sparring session or 2 bums fighting in the street. So the idea I'm choosing to attend the UFC and support Dana White instead of Canelo tells you everything you need to know. Dana, I can't wait to see you next Saturday, buddy. I see that you got the same ab surgery I got. I always knew you wanted to be like me, bro. It will be great to hang out with you face to face. Let's go!
Ryan Garcia has been spotted enjoying life as he travels across the United States. He has been training at various gyms in the mornings and socializing at vibrant nightclubs in the evening. all while serving a 1-year suspension for testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs following his fight against Devin "The Dream" Haney. Recently, Ryan appeared on the Say Cheese podcast on YouTube, where he addressed his status as one of the so-called faces of boxing. He believes that there are currently 3 fighters, including himself, who are considered to represent boxing's face. Canelo Alvarez, who many regard as the primary figure, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, and himself. "It's mainly me and Tank," Ryan asserted.
Anybody who's fighting is going to be the face of boxing. There's 3 of them, me, Canelo, and Gervonta. I feel like are the main ones that people are going to tune in and be like, okay, for this night, Gervonta is the face of boxing. For that night, Canelo maybe. But I think it's more so now me and Gervonta. You know, little by little.
And he also had remarks for Terence Crawford, suggesting that Bud has not faced any notable opponents, aside from Spence, who was previously involved in a car accident.
Bro, Terence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Other than that, who Terence Crawford has actually beat? Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence that's well known.
I think the Spence one was pretty impressive.
But name another one. Sean Porter that was from Wash.
He was on his way out. He was on his way out, yeah.
Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody gotta say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro. Just stop acting like you're like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit.
That's all for today. Like, subscribe, and click here to catch you on yesterday's news.
Most brutal in Michigan, most ruthless champion that ever.
Horrible fighter.
Wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
Payday. You want payday.